All right, so we're back. I didn't get a drink of water. In fact, I procrastinated as always. But I'm here now, and we're going to do the rest of these. There's probably like 200-ish characters, and maybe it'll be another 2 hours long. Maybe it won't be, but we'll see. So anyway, we're starting with Oymo and Kashi. I don't really remember which one is which. I think Oymo is the one that's rounder, more with the orange hair, and Kashi is the black-haired one. I don't really feel either way about them. They're kind of whatever. I definitely don't enjoy them as much as most of the people here. They just kind of exist. I mean, they give a tiny bit of development to Usopp, but not really. And they kind of got their ass beat. So I'm gonna. These guys are probably like. They're like above these guys here. Yeah, that's a good spot. Clover. All right, this guy's going up. This guy's going up, at least in pretty good. I mean, he's a scholar, you know, and he wants to find out the truth, which, well, all of us One Piece fans, we do. We also want to know the truth of the Void Century. He was a good guy. He called out the government on their shit. So, you know, he raised Robin basically kind of like a foster father for her. So, is he as good? He's not as good as Johnny and Yosaku or Mary. Yeah, he's probably right there. Jaguar D. Saul, also amazing friend to Robin, but I mean, we like this guy. Like, you know, he's one of those characters. It's like every time I see him, like if I'm just like scrolling through and somebody's talking about Jaguar D. Saul, I'm like, yeah, Saul. But I mean, did he really? He saved Robin's life, definitely. So he's got to be commended for that. But in terms of the actual character, I like him less than Clover. Probably like less than Lafitte as well. You know, actually, I gotta redo this because Lafitte is actually like, I know he hasn't done a whole lot, but he's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna move him up super high. Probably like here. And then he can go there. Alright, Olvia, honestly, I don't really care about Olvia. She really didn't do a whole lot. She finally got in touch with Robin at the end of her life, but, you know, she just kind of shows up and is like, sorry for leaving. So, she's like, she's down here somewhere. Better than Oymo and Kashi, but not better than Zoro's backstory characters. Momonga. This guy's cool. He's all right. He's actually, as far as Vice Admirals go, he's done the most out of most of the Vice Admirals, I want to say. Now I have water now because you know, I'll be speaking a lot. He's done the most out of the Vice Admirals so far. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I feel like we've seen him the most. And he's just kind of like a traditional sword man, you know, stabs his hand and whatnot. So he could go like, he's not as memorable as Krieg. Better than T-Bone and Axe Hand and all those guys, though. I'll put him right there. Onigumo. Is one of these guys? No. I don't know the names of these three. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the super fan I make myself out to be, but I know Onigumo because he's got the spider fruit, so of course I know him. And, of course, thus, that makes him up and pretty good because he's a fucking spider and that's cool. Yeah, like, he's not as cool as the Gorosei. Let's not kid ourselves. He's like right there. Now, these three, and honestly, they're there. Like, when all the Vice Admirals show up, it's like, yep, these are the guys, but I don't remember what any of them actually do. I'm sure they've done something in Marineford, but it was pretty, like, they might have only been there for, like, 2 or 3 panels, and whatever, they're, like, using a gun or a sword or something. I don't remember if any of them have any powers. So, I can't really put them any... We just don't know a whole lot about them. and they're not really just their design itself. I kind of like this guy. He's got a cool like beard thing going on. So he, by that fact, he's better than these two. But yeah, I mean, aside from I can't really put them any higher than Don't Care For You because there's just nothing to go off of. Garp. This guy. He's definitely top tier at least. Maybe best of the best. Do I like him more than Sengoku? He definitely has more development than Sengoku. So objectively speaking, yeah. But these two go hand in hand. They're the duo. I mean, Garp has done, at least in terms of like world building and lore, Garp has done a lot. But he's also done a lot in the actual like current storyline as well. He's a real good character. I'm gonna put him up here beneath Hiruluk. He's not quite Hiruluk level or Roger level, that's for sure. But he's pretty darn good. His dilemma of having his service in the Marines and the Navy and his children and grandchildren kind of not wanting to be part of that. I feel like there's more reason to Garp being in the Marines besides, like, maybe he just joined when it wasn't so corrupt, or he didn't know that it was as corrupt, and so he joined, and he kind of just doesn't want to see his children get destroyed by the forces of the world. So I just really like Garp in general. He's pretty good. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I feel like maybe it's a little too loud. Anyway. Thousand Sunny, well, this is no Mary. But, I mean, it's still a fine ship. Honestly, up until Water 7, there was a few points with the Going Merry, but up until Water 7, they didn't really make the Going Merry a character, per se. Like, the Klabautermen didn't start appearing until Sky Island, and it was very brief, you know, and then Water 7 came right after, so they didn't really make him a character until later. They kind of just, like, threw it in. I mean, Going Merry's great. They haven't really done the same for Sunny. I'm sure Sunny also has a Klabauterman. I don't know if we'll ever revisit that idea. But it's just not as good as the Mary. There's not as much development for it. It's a cool ship. You know, it can go pew and fly through the sky, and it's got a big laser cannon and all that, but I just can't really... I gotta put him in mid. Better than the monkeys. Because think about what you're saying here. Like, the Going Merry is up so high because it is a character. It's an actual character that they, like, it can speak, and it has writing. The Sunny, now, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's ever been an instance of the Sunny having personality in any aspect. So, like, I can't put a boat above actual characters, right? Because, like, I know Going Merry is also a boat, but it's a living boat, and Sunny doesn't have the same... It's not alive. But I'll leave him in mid, because I can't actually feel comfortable putting him in mid, because he literally has done nothing. Like, I mean, besides carry the Straw Hats, right? I mean, that's what it does. But, like, there's just, it's conflicted because they're both ships. The Going Merry and the Sunny are both ships, but, like, I can't. The Sunny is just not on the same level. It probably, as of right now, it's not. And I doubt it ever will be. Unless they come into more ship problems in the future, which I don't think they will, but it's possible. Who knows? So, he's going to have to go down and Don't Care For You. Moria. Alright, now I know this is a hot take. But Moria is actually, like, one of my favorite villains in the whole series. He, first of all, his power is really cool, and the whole arc with Moria is really cool. Is it Moria? I don't know. everything about him is just really cool. I like his theme. I like his power. His attitude, you know, he's basically a necromancer, right? He's like, well, I don't need to actually use my own strength because I've got minions to do everything for me, so I'll just summon a bunch of them and keep throwing them at you. You know, that type of character, I like the slothy character, lazy character that's has minions do his bidding. That's cooler to me than a strong arm character who's just going to beat the shit out of you, right? He's top tier. He's top tier. He's in terms of his actual character, is he better than Crocodile? I don't think so. Crocodile has a lot more nuance to his character and mysterious motivations and stuff. Mariah is not super hard to read. He's pretty basic, but I like him. I do really like him. I really like his visual design too, like his weird neck thing, and I mean, Kaido really fucked them up because he was kind of hot like before the time skip, or before I guess time skip, whatever. He was kind of hot before he got his ass beat. That's what I'm trying to say. But, you know, the neck thing with the stitches, it's weird. He's, like, rotund. He's got a big old wobbly neck. He's cool. I like him a lot. Absalom, on the other hand, he's, not as good. Of course, Oda played the invisibility fruit for, like, he can spy on women in the bathroom, and then, you know, he sexually assaults Nami. So that's kind of weird, bro. But his whole motivation of just, like, wanting to marry Nami was really just not interesting. He didn't really... it was cool how he utilized his fruit to, like, put bazookas on his arms and pretend to, like, shoot force fields, I guess. That was a cool utilization of the power, but he himself is not really that cool. And I'm gonna probably put him in Don't Care For You, honestly. Above... No. Yeah, he's like that guy. I don't even remember this guy's name. The Mouse Marine. Now, Perona, alright. I don't know how much... This is less of a hot take than really liking Moria, but Perona's best girl. Better than Robin, better than Nami, better than Boa Hancock. She's best girl. Now, her actual character, better than Robin? No. Absolutely not. There's no way. But she is. Her design, her aesthetic, her power and everything. I mean, Robin's power is pretty cool. Being able to grow the arms and whatnot. But Perona's she's got a lot going on, if you know what I'm saying. She's just cute. Her actual personality, she's kind of tsundere, and I don't like that. But she's still cute. I'm not going to put her in best of the best. I'll leave her down here with Moria, because she is really good. She's really good. Dr. Hogback, again, so I really like Thriller Bark, but the problem with Thriller Bark is that every other villain besides Moria and Perona is like super kind of forgettable. Like when I see Dr. Hogback, I have to kind of think for a second and remember, like, what did he even do? Like, I remember what he did, like, making the zombies for Moria and stuff, and his whole story with Sindri and being in love with her, but just nothing interesting going on with this guy. He's a cool kind of, like, Frankenstein, like, parody, I guess. Sindri's better than him, honestly. She doesn't really have Sindri herself doesn't really have a story, but the humanization of her and, like, trying to break free from the will of Moria to become, I can't remember the girl's name that, like, he took her soul from, or her shadow from, that was, like, the maid, and she got it back, or whatever, at the end. That was a more interesting story than like, the Hogback Sindri thing. So, Hogback, he's not terrible, though. I mean, like, he does what he's supposed to, so he's like Don Krieg level. And Sindri, she's not good, but she's better than Hogback. So she's like Tilestone Lulu level. Oars, love this guy. This is just like The Straw Hats really haven't. I guess the Pacifista kind of counts, but they haven't really had to do anything so far where they all had to team up against one foe, and that was really unique, and it's also really cool. I really liked just the utilization of Moria's powers in him, and like he can change the shape of his shadow to make him do what he wants. So like in theory, he doesn't even have to just have like the Gomu Gomu powers. He could do a lot of stuff. Um, but he's just kind of like, I am big and smash things. But his utilization in the story, his place in the story, and what he was used for is pretty cool. So he's not as good as Zeph, but yeah, he's like right there. This guy, his name is Bat something. I can't remember his name. He just kind of flies around and is like the messenger. I can't remember his name. But he's pretty background. You know, I don't really hate him, but he's kind of exists, so he'll go there. Is his name Kumashi or Bearzy? I think maybe it depends on which translation you use. He's also kind of whatever. He doesn't really do a whole lot. Better than Batman, and he's like this, he's less than Hogback. Honestly, he's pretty. He's down here with the animal companion tier. All those fellas. Ryuma, I know a lot of people like Ryuma, and especially he has more relevance now in Wano, so people are like more into him now than they probably were back then. He's okay. I don't mind him. He's better than Hogback. But he's about the same as Sindri for me. I mean, he does more than Sindri. Zoro's fight with him just honestly isn't that good. It's cool that he gets the sword from him, and whatever his development with Brook, which wasn't a whole lot, but there was something there. He's okay. He's fine. I don't really like him as much as everyone else seems to. Lola? Right? That's her name. Or I can't remember if Lola is this one or the twin, but either way, she's fine. She hasn't really done a whole lot. She's like, I mean, yeah, I can't really place her anywhere beside a lot of these characters. I'm gonna just start having to just like throw into mid tier because they just don't really do a whole lot. She's okay. She gives the Vivre card and she thanks the Straw Hats for saving them, but she's not really that great. Yorkie? Is it Yorkie or Yorkshire? I don't remember. He's alright. The captain of the Rumbar Pirates. People are sad that he dies. He's not really the focus of Brook's back. Like, obviously, Brook has respect for this guy, but he didn't really do a whole lot. He just kind of got sick and died. So he's fine. He's like, yeah. I feel like it's Yorkie, but I also feel like that's wrong. Like, I want to call him Yorkie, but that might not be his name. I don't remember. Kami and Papagu. Pog is pretty. Don't care for him. I honestly don't really care for Kami either. They're both kind of annoying. Better than Jabra. Well, yeah, they're like here. They kind of go hand in hand. Like when you think of Kami, you think of Papag most of the time. Papag is notably worse than Kami though. He's just not really funny, and his gag is like, "Hey, I'm talking, Kami. Why'd you interrupt me?" And that's like his entire character. So he's going down. Yeah. Duval, he's all right, honestly. I might put him in pretty good, but not super high. Like, yeah, below those guys. Do I like Duval more than Sanji? No, see, I can't say that. Because I have Bellamere in mid, for crying out. What's she doing down here? Bellamere, you gotta get up. You gotta get up to like right here at least. You gotta go up there. Duval, anyway, he's okay. Hang on. Somebody just sent me a gift on Steam, so I gotta look at this. Alright, we're back, and, well, here's the gift I got. Thanks for wet beach pussies, Seth. But anyway, we're talking about Duval. Where's he at? Here he is. Yeah, he's like here. He's like here. That's a good spot for him. This guy, Charlos, I think his name, Saint Charlos. He's, he's the funny guy who gets punched, man. And you look at top 10 best One Piece moments, and, top 3 is definitely going to be this guy getting decked in the face. He's an asshole. He's well written because he's an asshole, but I think really more than just being a dick himself, he kind of serves as like a way to show how most celestial dragons are, or how most of them view themselves. Maybe he's a bit of an extreme, but that's like, that his main purpose is just be like, wow, these guys are bad people. So that kind of sucks. He's okay. I'm not gonna put him in Don't Care For You because he is well written. Like he does what he's supposed to do for the story. I don't like him, but he's whatever. He's down here. Shaki, she's cool. Doesn't really do a whole lot. She just kind of owns the bar, so she's like Alvida tier. Beige. His name escaped me for a second. Capone Beige. He is top tier. He has a really cool power, and his general like demeanor and behavior is pretty like he's a mobster, and that's what he is. Top tier, maybe not, but he is really cool. He's like Dorian Brogy, Tom tier. I really like him. The idea behind his power, first of all, like when we first saw him and you didn't really know what he did or what he does, and he just like opens up and the people come out, and I was like, whoa, does he have like a shrinking fruit or a growth fruit? Really cool. And then it turned out to be like a fortress, which is even better than the shrinking fruit. And then he also can transform into a giant walking castle. So pretty solid, pretty solid. Bonnie, okay, we're going to get all this. Let me put all the supernovas up here for now. I'm not saying they actively make One Piece worse by existing, but I just want to get them all out so I know that that's what I'm looking at. Beppo can go up there too. He's an honorary supernova. Bonnie, she hasn't done a whole lot. I'm really interested in her connection with Kuma, so she gets a little bit of points there. So she's on the upper end of mid. Like up here. Tilestone, no. Yeah, like Duval level. Hawkins, love Hawkins. I have in the past debated making a top 10 Devil Fruits video, and Hawkins is number 1. He turned into a scarecrow. He's got like voodoo powers, and I don't think the fortune telling is like related to his powers, but he's so fucking cool, man. Like the transformation with the nails and shooting the nails and the voodoo dolls. Everything about this guy is awesome. I really like him. He's like up there with Sengoku. He's fucking cool. Kid, not as cool. Killer, also not as cool. They're both fine. Kid has used his power in pretty interesting ways. Recently in Wano, he revealed like the metal skull guy. I don't remember what it's called. Like, I actually don't remember what it's called. I was gonna try and guess, but I don't remember. He's good. Killer's not that great. He's like here, but Kid, he can go up a little bit. He can go like he's not Clover level. He's like here. He's below the Gorosei and Onigumo. Yeah, he's actually fine at the bottom of pretty good. Apu and Drake. Drake is lame. I just want to put that out there right now. Drake is very, very low tier. Don't care for you, even, is where I would put him. Not going to say really don't care for you, because it's not like I hate him, but he's just kind of not cool in any way. I get, he uses a mace instead of a sword, so that's kind of cool, but his fruit is just kind of and he's just like, I'm an ex-Marine, but it's a trick. I don't really like him. Apu, on the other hand, now there's a party fella. That guy is top tier. The second best supernova behind Hawkins is this guy right here. I know that's a hot take. For some reason, a lot of people really don't like Apu, but he's just cool, man. Like, He just has fun. He parties, he dances, and he plays music. You know, he's got the sonic waves. He beats on his belly, and the damage occurs. He's just cool. There's no reason not to like him. There's people don't like him. I don't get it. He's cool. Is he better than Tom and Beige? Yes. Well, I did say he was the second best Supernova, so he's got to be better than Beige, which means Tom needs to go higher, is what that means. We can move Tom up here past Arlong. But honestly, Apu is he's like Paulie and Kaku level. Seriously, I mean, like, he really is. He's just cool. He's got the piano keys, the trumpet arm, like, yeah, come on. Show him a little love. Erogue and Law, or is it Erouge? I don't know. Erogue is a very funny joke character to a lot of people. They're like, haha, Erogue, because he just, like, gets buff and punches people. It's, like, he doesn't really do anything super amazing. He's not bad, though. He's got, like, I think people call it, like, the giant pencil or giant lead or whatever. I'm not sure what it actually is. But he's like, yeah, he's like here. He's better than the monkeys. He's better than these guys. Yeah. Yeah, he's not better than Dragon. We'll stop there. And Law, I mean, Law has had way more development than any other Supernova. He is pretty cool. I think people really, really like him because he's kind of that, like, honestly, like, he's kind of emo, you know what I mean? He's kind of that, like, mid-2000s or late 2000s, like, emo, honestly, is the kind of vibe that he gives me. He's cool. I don't love him. His power is insanity, obviously super overpowered. He's pretty good, though. I'd put him, like, around Johnny and Yosaku. That's kind of what I see, like, he's equivalent to Johnny and Yosaku in Arlong Park, but, like, Law has existed for several arcs, you know? And I feel like some people might take that as an insult, but to me, that's a compliment, because Johnny and Yosaku are fucking based. So, he's better than them. He's a little better than them, so I'm going to put them above those two. Beppo, you know, funny, cute bear. Don't really. He's just jumps around. He hasn't really done anything. I mean, we've seen him kicking some fodder. That's about it. So he's like whatever. Honestly, he's in high. So like we got animal companions down here. Beppo's in higher tier animal companions with the monkeys. All right. Rayleigh. Oh yeah, Rayleigh's up. He's up. There's so many fucking characters, dude. Rayleigh, top tier, yes. Best of the best. I don't like him more than Garp. He is very cool. He's top tier at least. He's like here with Sengoku. Yeah. Rayleigh is kind of just like, I'm sensei and I teach Luffy how to do everything. Other than that, I think he may have told some stories, like, not talking to the Straw Hats. Like, he may have said some stuff about, like, the Roger Pirates and stuff, but he's cool. He is really cool. Like, when he comes on screen, it's like, oh shit, it's Rayleigh, right? But he's not as much of a, oh shit, it's Gold Roger, you know? Like, that's a whole nother level. Kizaru, best Admiral. Still is best Admiral, by the way. He's up here in top tier at least as well. I'm tempted to put him in best of the best. He is really cool. He seems nigh untouchable because of his light powers. Obviously, they introduced hockey, so it kind of lessens the power of his ability. But his like laid back nature, he's shooting light beams everywhere, causing explosions and shit. He's very cool. Not cooler than Roger. He's better than, like, if I had to choose who I wanted to see fight, I would probably pick Kizaru before Garp. So, I mean, we could have Kizaru and Garp fight each other, you know, that'd be pretty cool. What's this guy? Sentomaru, I think is his name. And He's not that great. In fact, I might put him in Don't Care For You. He's like... He's better than Papag and Absalom. He's better than these guys. Because he at least has some sort of, like, purpose in the story. But he's kind of... He's just not really that cool. He's got a big axe. See, if he focused more on swinging that axe around... Instead of whatever, his, like, ultimate defense. I'm the most tight-lipped person, but not actually. Right? I think he'd be pretty cool. But just as he is, he's not that great. Boa Hancock, Sandersonia, Marigold. Hancock's fine. She's not, like, good. Her trope, like, oh, Luffy, marry me, is really annoying. But since she does actually affect the story in kind of a sizable way, I can't say that she's bad. She's done well. She's like she's past Wapol and these guys. She's not above Doc Q. That's about where she would go. First of all, Sandersonia way better than Marigold. I mean, I don't think that's a question, but see here, so like on the One Piece girls list, right? On the Waifu Wars tier list, at the very top you have Perona. Then right below her you have Robin, and then right below Robin is where you would have Sandersonia. She's number 3, okay? And she's gotten, in recent years, I remember like back when I first got into One Piece in like 2013 or 2014, she didn't really have a lot of fan art, but these days she's had some time to brew in the cauldron, and people have been appreciating her more. So that's great. She's up. Do I like her more than Hancock? I can't really say that with confidence though, because like she didn't really do as much as her. Her fight with Luffy with Marigold is pretty good, but Marigold is not as cool. And unfortunately, because she's not hot, she has to be rated lower. So that's just the way things are. He has a name. I can't think of his name. I can't think of the snake guy's name, but he doesn't really do anything. He's like animal companion tier, right? So he's like down here. She also has a name. Did they call her Elder Nyan or something? She has an actual name though. Oh man. My lack of true One Piece knowledge is showing. I feel like she has an actual Gloriosa. Is that her name? Maybe. She's kind of whatever. She's like down here with like Mary. And her name Margaret. I remember that. It's spelled weird, like Marguerite. She's fine. She's not as good as Foxy. Not as good as these guys. She's like Shocky level, yeah. Okay. Once again, this guy has a name. But what his name is, I don't know. Is this like from a cover story where they showed like where they were? Because I don't remember him looking that snazzy. But he's the old weather man who taught Nami how to do stuff, and he's like, oi, 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 oi. I like him. He's an actually funny character, and I feel like they didn't try as hard to make him funny. But I do really like him. He's not top. He's not like pretty good, but he's good. He's good. Maybe I should split these into 2 categories. I should split mid into like, animal companion tier and others. But I don't have time for all that right now. He's not better than these people. He's going up here with Yorkie. And now Heracles, on the other hand, now there is a lad. He's at least in pretty good. Not top tier, but he's like right here. Magellan, one of the best villains in the series. Hannibal, by comparison, kind of comic relief. He does really have a moment where he's like, I have to take this seriously. Like, these people are escaping, and I have to stand my ground and like actually do my job. And that was pretty cool. Come on, he was kind of cool. Magellan, though, we're talking about him first. Amazing power. One of the coolest powers. He's like He's like top 10 for sure, but I don't know if he's top 5 material. Really cool. I mean, he's just like he funny diarrhea joke, but that doesn't really take away from how like badass he is. He's got some of the coolest powers. He has this one ability where he like summons like I don't even know what it is. It's just like it's like a jellyfish or something like in the background with holes in it and the gas seeps out. Oh man, really awesome. He's he's up here. He's up here. I like him more than Lucci. Banger song alert, by the way. I like him more than a lot of these people. He might be top tier. I'm not gonna lie. He might be like up here next to Crocodile. He's really fucking cool. Like I don't want to understate how cool Magellan is, or is it Magellan? Oh, there's just so many different ways to pronounce these people's names. Anyway, he's got a cool outfit too. Is he? Wait a second. Now wait a second. I just had. I mean, I'm sure people have made this connection, but I just made this connection. He could be a Lunarian, like King, with those wings and the horns. I don't think King has horns, but he's got the wings. Yeah, now hold on a second there, Magellan. Alright, anyway, Hannibal. We talked about him a little bit. He's fine. He's okay. He has one moment to shine, so he can go up, like, above these fellas. Not as good as Nojiko. Let's not go that far, so he's there. Domino, she's literally just eye candy. She is cute, though, so she's just like, whatever. Yeah, she's, like, down here. Saul Death, he's also kind of just doesn't do anything. He's the Herald of the Blue Gory. That's kind of cool. He's got like his pitchfork like doubles as a flute and controls the Blue Gory or something. So he's cool. He's all right. He's like here. This girl, I can't Sadie, because like sadism. Because yeah, you get the joke. She's I like that she uses a whip. Whips are an underutilized weapon in media, let me tell you. I mean, Castlevania's got you covered, but I feel like we need to see more whips in this world. Very, just pretty cool. I don't really like her, though. Her whole, sadism, masochism gimmick is, not super interesting. She's got reign over the guards, the Minotaurus and the Mino Chihuahua, Mino Koala, and Mino Zebra. Got him. Yeah, I mean, she's like there. Ivankov and Inazuma. Okay. Alright, we're going to talk about Ivankov first, because he's obviously the more important character. Ivankov is at least top tier. Best of the best, I don't know, but he's at least top tier. The one thing, when I'm talking about One Piece to people who aren't familiar with One Piece, Ivankov is a character that I like to bring up because of just how wacky he is. I mean, his, gimmick of the hormones is one thing. Like, being able to transform your not just your gender, but your actual physical sex. Like, he can make you a woman or a man. That's pretty funky. But, a lot of media has, gender swapping, but it's always magic or it's always poof, you're a woman, poof, you're a man. But he's he injects you with hormones. I mean, that's cool. But my favorite thing about Ivankov is his hell wink. It's not even a part of his ability or anything. He just blinks so hard that it sends a shockwave out of his eyelids. That fucking awesome. I don't like him more than Moria, but he's better than Perona, so he's up there. Inazuma, really cool power, one of the coolest powers in the series. He himself, unfortunately, is a little bland. I don't hate him, but he's just kind of yes, we must do this. I will do this now. He has a really cool power. I like his cutting and folding power. It's pretty cool. But just based on power alone, it's not the whole character, so you can't, He's up there with Sindri, at least. Shiryu, I don't really like him. I'm gonna be honest. He's kind of lame. And most of the most of the Blackbeard Pirates that joined after Impel Down are kind of lame. So he's don't care for you territory. He's better than most of these guys down here. He's better than Kami, but not better than Said Tomorrow. Yeah, that's about where he's at. Kainu, people love to hate him. He's interesting. I don't like, they make it seem like his motives are like kill all pirates, absolute justice, right? But I just feel like there's more to him than that. And I know they haven't shown us that there's more to him than that. Like, everything they've shown is like he literally just kills pirates and is like, they're bad, I will destroy them. But he's fine. He's fine. I'm not. He's good. He's a good character. He's not super good though. He's not as cool as the Gorosei. He's like, or as Onigumo for that matter. He's like right there. Marco. Okay, we got all the Whitebeard Pirates here. I got scared for a second there. I thought they were gonna make me raid all the like Alliance Pirates as well, which I would do, but I mean, I don't really remember them besides like what is Lightning McGuy and Epoida. I always remember Epoida because he's got the caterpillar ability, so that guy's cool. But anyway, we got the Whitebeard Pirates here. Marco, he has returned in Wano and is doing a little bit more stuff, but he's kind of eh. His power is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And he's sort of just like chill, you know. He's just like, yeah, what's up, guys? I feel like he would be like a stoner, you know. He's definitely a toker. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me sniffling or not, but it seems my nose decided to get stuffed on me all of a sudden. Marco's you know, like Marco's Pizza or something. Now the rest of these guys, Izo has had a little bit more time to shine, so I'll rate him next. Honestly, I like the fact that he uses guns and not swords, even though he's a samurai, and that's kind of been like his development as a character has been shown a little bit through Odin's flashback, and he's fighting in the war right now in Wano, so he is cooler than all the other Whitebeard Pirates, I'm gonna say. He's cooler than Marco. I won't lie to you. He's better than Marco. He's a gunslinger, you know? He go pew pew. So he's like, yeah, that's about where he's at. Now it's the rest of these guys. Jozu, he's kind of whatever. I'm just going to throw him up there. Vista, he's kind of whatever. I'm just going to throw him up there. Squard. And Oars Jr. also like, whatever. Like, all four of those guys just kind of like have a bad, like, I barely remember them. Jozu has a cool power. I like that he can turn into diamonds. I wish we got to see him do more with it, but he's just sort of a brute. Vista's just like, oh, look at me, I'm stylish. So he's like, whatever. Squard, he stabbed Whitebeard, and that was kind of it. And he was really just a way to show like how much Whitebeard cares about his family, that even if one of them were to stab him in the chest, that he would not betray them, right? And that's kind of whatever. So, and Oars Jr. is just like, oh, Ace, you gave me a hat. You know? So, whatever. Alright, now so let me see if I can get these guys' names right. How many more do we have to go? Jesus Christ, man. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We're getting through, like, I know a lot of people really, really like Marineford, and Marineford is good, but this, like, part of the story where there's no Straw Hats and everything, it's just kind of, there's so many characters that they introduce to you that they don't really explain a lot about, or maybe you'll hopefully see them later. Some of them you probably won't. It's this, like, general part of the story is... It loses me a little bit. It's not as interesting. I mean, Marineford is cool to see all the high powers clashing. Like seeing Mihawk throwing sword waves across the place, and, like, Kizaru and Ben Beckman, you know? Like, that stuff is really cool. And seeing Sengoku with the Buddha and Whitebeard, like, that stuff is cool. But in terms of like overarching general One Piece, like it just doesn't have as like the emotional connection, like storytelling impact. Like Ace is there, but Ace is like, hey, I'm on screen for like 5 chapters, and then I'm in trouble, now I'm dead, care about me, you know? So I don't want to say I don't like Marineford, because I do. It is good. It's better than, like, maybe like 40% of the other arcs in the story, but there's just so many characters that I can't care about these characters. And I don't even remember, I don't remember this guy's name. Pizarro. Is that his name? Alo Pizarro? He's excuse me. He's all of these guys or whatever. I mean, all 4 of them are kind of like on the same level. I'm interested to see Vasco shot. He seems like an interesting character. And Katarina Devon has the Kitsune fruit, so she might do something interesting, but everyone else is like, whatever. So I'm going to put him down here. Brownbeard is bad. He's a bad character. I mean, also Punk Hazard. We're gonna get to Punk Hazard here in a second. Here in a few characters, and Punk Hazard is the worst arc in the entire series, and made me stop reading One Piece because of how fucking bored I was reading it. So when we get there, don't be surprised to see a lot of people going down on the list. But anyway. Brownbeard, yeah, he's a Punk Hazard character. You see him before Punk Hazard, but he's a Punk Hazard character. He's not good. In fact, he is bad. I'm gonna put him in Really Don't Care For You, actually. I'm gonna put him above Gaimon, because he's not, like, the worst, but don't like him. The Don, She's good. She's good. She's a great mother figure. We got a lot of those in One Piece. There's a handful of them, so I'm not gonna act like she's some shining gem or jewel. But her scene with Garp, where like Garp comes back to the village and Dodon's there, and she like beats the shit out of him, and she's like, "Oh, Garp, why didn't you do anything?" Like, that's a good scene. So she's up there with like Smoker and Crocus and Egonam. All right, now, I don't want to say too much about Sabo, but I will say he might be the only character that actually goes in this tier. And I made this tier, you actively make One Piece worse by existing, for Sabo, because of how much I hate him. And if you really want to know how much I hate Sabo, I made another video about it. You could watch that if you want. I imagine most people probably won't, so just to summarize it, he's Ace 2. Oda killed off Ace and then decided, wait, I should just put another Ace in the story. He added Sabo into the story retroactively after it was already established that Luffy only had one brother. Luffy never mentioned once, even during Marineford, that he had any other brothers or that he once ever had any other brothers. Obviously, Luffy thought he was dead, but he's never, ever mentioned anybody in that whole flashback, really. I mean, I guess it's not like Luffy to like talk about his feelings or whatever, but horrible. Sabo's just horrible writing. The fact that he's super strong and he can like take down Jesus. Oh, like he's new to using the fruit. He's got the fire fruit. I don't want to talk about it too much. Sabo's bad. There's a video about it if you really care, and most people probably don't. Some people like Sabo. I think a lot of people are kind of on the fence about him. I despise him. If Sabo were not in One Piece, it would be a better story. That's all I'm saying. Blue Jam. He's whatever. He can go up there. This guy's name, Stelly, I think is his name. He's also whatever. He can go up there. Pong. Wish we saw more of him, but he doesn't do anything, so he's going up there. Okay, I actually... Caribou. I kind of like Caribou, I'm not gonna lie. His fruit is really cool, and he's like, hee, I'm conniving, I steal things. He's kind of like his brand of comic relief of him just being like an absolute failure at everything. It's kind of funny. And his fruit is honestly really cool. I like that he's got like, they call it swamp mud or muck, but it's like quicksand, right? So he's mid. I'm not gonna say he's good, but I like him kind of. Mm. Okay. Kraken. um, Poseidon. Is his name? His name's not Poseidon. That's the name of the ancient weapon. Neptune. That's his name. Um, Kraken is animal companion tier. Neptune is, I mean, all most of Fishman Island characters can just kind of get thrown about in this list. Fukuboshi, he does a little bit more than the other characters, so he's like better. And Neptune, actually, I gotta give Neptune more credit because I just suddenly remembered scenes where he's like protecting his guards and he really cares about his family, and it's like he would give up, like, he can't let Poseidon fall into the wrong hands, but like he would just give it up if it meant protecting his daughter, And there's that scene, oh man, what a great scene. I think it's in the flashback where, like, because his wife is the queen is going around trying to get people to sign petitions to not hate humans so that they can go to the surface, right? And make a peace treaty with the slave trade or whatever. And, like, then his wife is supposedly assassinated by a human, and Neptune, like, locks himself in the tower and is like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't want to be racist, but, like, every time we try, this stuff keeps fucking happening, and my wife was just killed by one of those guys, and what a great scene. Oh my god. Neptune, I gotta give you more credit, buddy. You're going up. Yeah. You know what? You're better than Agorase for that scene. That's what I'll say. Now, the rest of you, Manbo, Akabambo, Fukuboshi, Manboshi, whatever the fuck your names are, like, yeah, you're literally animal companion tier, buddy. Fukuboshi does a little bit more, so he can go a little bit higher, but they really just don't do anything. Shirahoshi, Charlie, and Hody Jones. Alright, okay, I lied. Here's the thing. Hody Jones is going in that you actively make One Piece worse by existing category because he is the worst villain in all of One Piece. His entire personality is, I'm racist, and that's it. Great message, Oda. Don't be racist, but there's a lot of reasons why Hody Jones is bad. He kind of also serves as, like, fodder, like, here's how strong the Straw Hats are, and here's how strong Luffy got, and Luffy doesn't really, like, one-shot him, but he takes him out in, like, 4 attacks. I mean, the attacks are, like, drawn out over the course of a few chapters, but Luffy kind of kicks the shit out of him, and it's just not exciting to watch. The pills and everything, I don't care about that. So yeah, Hody Jones is going to go down there as well. And Charlie's hot, so she can go in mid. Shirahoshi is a crybaby, whiny little baby, so I don't like her. I'm going to say really don't care for you, actually. She's going down beneath Gaimon, above Pearl. Because you really can't get much worse than Pearl. I'm going to move Eyelashes above Pearl as well. The rest of the guys can stay down there. Okay, so now all of Hody Jones's new Fishman Pirates, they're all the same to me. The only one that's not the same to me is this guy, Neo, and Vanderdecken, which I don't know if you could really count him as part of the new Fishman Pirates. I mean, I guess, he's like in an alliance with them, so he is, but Neo is cool. I like his, like, chain sickle and he's also got invisibility, but he honestly, he utilizes it even less than Absalom, but he's a more likable character than Absalom, so he gets a little bit of a pass. But he's not super great. He's like up there. Vanderdecken, I actually quite like Vanderdecken. I like his insanity, like how crazy he is, about how he's basically just like, I want to have sex with a giant mermaid. And that's his whole character. But, like, he's not just like a, comic relief, like, pervy guy. He wants to marry her, and, like, he's crazy. Like, he's going to kill people for it, right? If Vanderdecken was the main villain of Fishman Island, then I feel like it would be better. Like, if Hody Jones didn't exist, I mean, Hody Jones kind of had to exist so that they could spin the, like, Fishman Island racism stuff on it and, like, the history and everything, so I get it. But if Vanderdecken was the main villain of Fishman Island, I feel like it would be a lot better. And his power is honestly kind of cool. He tags you and throws a dart and you get hit by the dart always. I like him. Is he better than the Gorosei? That's a bar right there. Like, when you think of the Gorosei, it's like, are they better than the Gorosei? Like really? Can you really say they're better than the Gorosei? No, I can't. He's better than Onigumbo, though. Okay, now, honestly, all these other Fishman Pirates, they're literally all the fucking same. This guy, his name's like Dosun or something, and he counts upwards when he gets stronger, which is kind of funny, because it's just dumb. So he's fine. He's fine. This guy, can't remember his name, little chomping mole man. He's in a don't care for you territory. Ikaros, I think is this guy's name. He's kind of cool, actually. Like, I guess out of all the Fishmen besides Neo, I'd probably put him at number 2. I like how he's got all the arms and his, like, draining spears. He's pretty cool. And his gag about, like, being afraid to become a dried squid is kind of funny. So, I'll put these two up here together. This guy's lame, but he's not, like, terrible. So he can go down there. This guy's, like, he's just annoying. I don't even... Does he? I know they call him the Umibozu, but does he actually have a name? I can't remember. Fisher Tiger and Otohime. God, how many more do we have left? God, I don't want to speed through them, but Jesus, it's taking me so long. Fisher Tiger. He's good. He's not, like, amazing. He fought for a good cause. The only guy to ever climb the red line, so I gotta give him props there. So you could go up around, like, here. And Otohime is, like, whatever. Like, I really don't care about her. She can go wherever. Koala, she's cute. I like her. You know what? I like her. She's going up. She's going up here. She's not better than Nojiko, because Nojiko, like, actually has development. And so, Koala doesn't have much in that department. Aladdin, he's fine. He's just kind of also just, like, exists. What is this guy's name? Mjolsgard? I think. Mjolsgard might be the name of Charlos's father. I don't remember. But I think his name is Saint Mjolsgard. I actually do like him. You know, he showed up and was like, dirty fishman, and then they saved his life, and then... You guys know the story with Mjolsgard. I don't have to explain it. So, I do like that. I like that he's sort of come around to the shadowy ways of the world, you know? He's up there. He's up there. He's not super up there. He's, like, right here. Okay. Peckham's and Hamago. Wow. You know, maybe... These are more characters than I expected. I'll do Peckham's and Tamago, and I think I'm going to call it here, because, like, my throat's starting to hurt. But anyway... Peckham's, I don't remember... He got shot. I don't remember if it was shown that he was still alive or not. I'm assuming that he is still alive, but I don't remember how or when they showed that. He's fine. His power... I wish it had gone to somebody else. The Turtle Zone. He's the first mink we see, so that's interesting. I think he is. Could be wrong again, but I think he's the first mink we see. And when him and Tamago show up to Fishman Island and they say, that whole scene in Fishman Island when Luffy's taking the candy and is giving him gold or whatever and claims the island for himself, that's the first big moment post time skip for sure. And when they like first revealed Big Mom and Pudding and guy who goes Boyayon. I can't remember his name. That was exciting. That was one of the most exciting chapters in a while. So, I do enjoy Peckham's for being a catalyst for that, but all in all, he's not that great. So he's like animal companion tier. Now, Tamago, on the other hand, I really like his Dr. Eggman design, frankly. He's really tall and lanky. He's got the teacup on his head and his egg power. Like, come on, egg power. Come on. You know he's got to be top tier. No, he's not top tier, but he's he's cool, honestly. I like his ability. Like, he cracks the eggshell and he's reborn anew and he gets stronger. Like, Come on, that's Baron Tamaga right there. Anyway, we did some more. I was hoping to get through it all today, but I don't think I have it in me to continue right now. If there's any characters that I want to specifically talk about, let me run through this real quick. Panda Man, hey, you know, he's at the bottom. I'm sure a lot of people would probably put Panda Man is at tip top because, you know, he's funny joke character. He's very good character. That's the joke. But actually, Panda Man, he's animal companion too. Like, let's be honest, he just kind of shows up. He's not even an animal companion. He's an animal cameo. So he's mid. But everyone else, I think I can save for next time. Yeah, well, thanks for tuning in.